it actually doesn't make, it makes almost no difference at all in the cameras, but it does change the mood in the room. Why would you? I marked a bunch of songs.
Good evening. Welcome to our Good Enough Wednesday, our half-hour social chat time on the live stream, and then we will move into a Vespers time. I want to light our chalice together before we go into our live chat, and just remind us that in our live chat, we aim to be generous, gentle, and kind with one another, checking in on how each other are doing. And before, so get your chalice out. If you have your chalice at home, go ahead and get that flame ready, and we'll light our chalice together. And then Don will play some beautiful music for our social chat time. As I light this chalice, I read words of yogi and meditation teacher Tara Brach. The single most important thing that can happen right now in this pandemic is that we feel our collectivity, that we feel and know we are here to help each other through this. Blessed be. welcome to you who are here for our live stream social chat and Vespers. We had a lot of appreciation for your song choices tonight, Edelweiss in particular. So I think it's New Year's Eve. Pam and Arlo dance a waltz to Edelweiss every New Year's, and Johanna Merkel and Marin, that's their going to bed song every night. So, and then for a lot of people, Moon River really struck a chord, and there were a lot of tears tonight. People just loved hearing the music and also shared that it's been a stressful day, and hearing you play really calmed them down. So thank you for that.
Thanks, everybody.
So tonight, I want to remind us of something that we went through together a week ago, a way to check in with our feelings that we're having and work through them with everything going on. And so the Vietnamese Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh, I'm looking into that camera. Hi everybody. Thank you, Pasha. When the crowded Vietnamese refugee boats met with storms or pirates, if everyone panicked, all would be lost. But if even one person on the boat remained calm and centered, it was enough. It showed everyone the way to survive. Now, I'm not saying that we all must remain calm and centered all of the time. Our fear will come to us, our anxiety will come to us. And so when that happens, we can have a strategy, we can have an approach, we can dance with that feeling and not let it overwhelm us for the long haul. So the acronym that Tara Brock uses for this dance with these types of feelings is RAIN. First, recognize the feeling. Name it. I am feeling afraid. I am feeling panicked or anxious. Just let it be there. The second word in RAIN, allow. Allow the feeling. Don't try to fix it or judge it right away. Let it be a natural response to what's happening. And then move through allowing it into investigating it. Begin to come into your body and just feel where the fear is in your body. Find out how it feels and breathe with it with a gentle quality of attention to that feeling. Just notice if, for me, it's in my shoulders often, tightening my shoulders. My anxiety rests there. So breathe and try and loosen and relax that in the body. And the final word in the RAIN acronym is nurture. Nurture that feeling. You may just, Tara Brock actually suggests putting a hand on your heart. She doesn't know about our embracing meditation, but she suggests putting a hand on your heart and offering a kind and soothing message to yourself. You can say to the fear or to the anxiety, thank you for trying to protect me. It's okay. Or maybe say to yourself a word of affection. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay. I was thinking tonight about the chalice flame. I wanted to also let you know that tonight will be the last Vespers in this space. So next week we will move Vespers to our individual homes, just further reducing the risk for ourselves and our staff and volunteers. So Don and I will still be there. Don will still play music. We will have Vespers. You will get a chance to have your social chat and share your joys and your sorrows. And we will light candles for that. But it will be in a different capacity in our homes. But we will find a way to have a familiar chalice. Many of you were remarking tonight on the beauty of this chalice, that you'd really never had a chance until now. I think it was Ona Powell said that she'd never really looked closely at this chalice, which was made by artist Mordecai Roth, a 93-year-old artist. It's called the Tree of Life chalice, and so we're looking for a way to try and bring that into our Vespers, though we will not be in this space next week. So the chalice flame was originally, the origin is a World War II origin story of this symbol, this chalice symbol, the flame being held in the cup. To me, this flame is spirit, and the cup that holds it, community, the community that holds spirit. But it's an open-ended symbol. You can draw many meanings from this. The original purpose, it was a two-dimensional image that was stamped on documents that were created by the original Unitarian Service Committee, working to help Jewish refugees escape Nazi persecution right at the eve of World War II. This coming Sunday, we'll be exploring the creativity that these kinds of moments, these crises, these global crises can actually give way to. So the chalice itself is one example of that. The design had been put together by an artist who was also a refugee. He was working at the direction of the Unitarian Service Committee's director, Charles Joy, who believed that having a logo would make that documentation look more official, and it did work as a logo, as a wax seal to help a lot of Jews and other people who were persecuted escape the Nazi regime right before the war. And so they came up with this design that was reminiscent of some of the lamps of holy oil that the ancient Greeks and Romans would use, but that the flame itself represented a spirit of helpfulness and sacrifice. And that is what we are doing now in this time of physical distance. We are making this sacrifice. We are being helpful in so many ways. I heard somebody else from tonight's chat, Joyce, talk about how she's made surgical masks in her home to help people who are on the front lines fighting this virus in our healthcare system. So I want to invite you into a spirit of meditation tonight. Before we move into our joys and sorrows, I'm going to offer you something to think about. What is your light? You can imagine, you can think about what this light means to you, or you can just think about what is your light that you hold on to right now. It could be family. It could be this community that loves you and cares for you. It could be the pleasure of cooking a meal every night for your family. What is your light? So that is the question to meditate on as we go into our meditation time. So I want you to just find a comfortable position where you're sitting. Make sure your feet are on the floor. Nothing in your hands, hands free. And take in a breath through your nose, out through your mouth, and begin to deepen your breath and begin to kind of release some of the tension that you may be holding in your body. Maybe it's in your shoulders like me. Maybe it's the crease of your brow. Just touch that for a moment and release the tension right there. Maybe you squeeze your shoulders a little bit, breathe into it, and release that tension. You can, maybe it's in your back, just all the different places where we hold our tension. Just breathe into that for a moment. I want to invite us into a period of silence together, just to check in with yourself. What's on your heart tonight? And what is your light guiding you through this time? One more deep breath and we will begin.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
I want to invite you now to share a joy or a sorrow in the live chat. And I will light a candle for your joy and sorrow for most of them. It might move very quickly, so hopefully I'll catch them all. So feel free to share a joy or a sorrow that is on your heart now, and I will do my best. Lift up, John Johnson wants to lift up Jennifer Silo and all the love and support she offers to so many people and her family at Delmar Gardens, the senior center where she works, and at UUCA. Jason Delaney lifts up beautiful dinner smells and laughing kids. Yolanda, the recent passing of her wife of 29 years. So sorry, Yolanda. We light this candle for you. Lisa Guyton has a joy for beautiful weather. Beck has a family member who lost their job. Pam spoke with Jean Gash, a former member today, and Beverly are doing well, so that's a joy. Nice to reconnect with people we haven't spoken to. Jackie Spearman to my sister Lori, who is very ill in California. She was planning to see her next week, and now she's not sure when she'll be able to see her again. Sue has been walking in parks during this lovely spring season and enjoys the warm sunshine, beautiful weather, and flowers. Dot Matthew finds joy in her garden that she and her husband cultivate together. Kay Johnson is delighted at the birds, at the bird feeders. It's helping her through this physical isolation. Tina Welch is worried about her husband's 93-year-old grandmother who is ill and in the hospital right now. Una Powell's mother fell in her assisted living facility, and they're afraid to take her to the hospital because she may be exposed. Send her love. Kay Golan lifts up everyone on our lay pastoral care list this week. Alan Ryder, longtime friend John LaPlante, died this week of the coronavirus. I did hear about that, Alan. I'm so sorry. Sonia Tinsley Hook expresses gratitude that in this moment her family has everything they need and they are healthy. Sharon Glass lifts up their friends Terry, Dana, and Michael, who are now being tested for the coronavirus. I missed Bryce's. Bryce, could you write that again, please? Diane has a sorrow. Condolences for her parents, neighbor, the loss of their brother. David Spearman lifts up Rob Mitchell, an ER doctor, wonders if he has everything he needs this week. Denise Sheriff asks that we lift up her mother as she is suffering with respiratory symptoms at this time. Bryce mentioned his brother. Let me see if I can scroll back. Oh. Bryce's brother has a fever now and is being tested for COVID-19, possibly exposed. We light a candle for him, Bryce. It's beautiful to see all of you and your expressions of love and care for each other. The way you hold the light for one another through this. I'll light one more candle for all the unspoken joys and sorrows that are in your hearts tonight. May they find caring community and open hearts to listen. Thank you for sharing what was on your heart this evening and our Vespers service with one another. This experience is a light for me, and I hope it is for you too. Do we want to sing something again?
I was going to play a song.
Okay, great.
So I brought in this book called The Best Songs Ever. That's what I was thinking about today and holding. And I had songs I was planning to play, and then I came in and started playing all these love songs because I feel like in this time, as an act of love, we are spreading ourselves away, but it's a little harder to feel love when we're so far apart from each other. So I planned to play the melody of this one earlier, but I thought this would be the one I would sing tonight. There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the rolling world can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and a reason to the wild outdoors when the heart of this star-crossed voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
Everyone agreed that was the perfect choice of song for this night. They do indeed feel the love, and they love you right back, Don.
Right back at him.
So we will extinguish this chalice at the close of our Vespers, but let us remind ourselves who have gathered together in this new way, cross distance, that we now carry the warmth of the human community that we have made here tonight. We carry the light of truth that we seek together throughout our week, you and I. This fire will not be so much extinguished as it will be born in the heart of each of us, each of you, into a new expression of what Ralph Waldo Emerson called the divine spark, the manifestation of divine possibility within each human soul. And so let us extinguish our chalices together, you at home and me here, but let us not extinguish the beauty we have felt and connected with together, and the warmth we have found in each other's chat and love that we're expressing across the physical distance. That we will take and carry in our hearts until we meet again on Sunday morning. Amen. Blessed be. Oh yeah.